There we go. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. I have a lovely guest tonight. She's out in the Springfield, Mass area. Her name is Rachel Michelle Hurley. Is that it? Is that how you say it?
Yes, you said it correct.
I did it. I nailed it in one take. That's great. Okay. She's actually a last-minute fill-in guest. I had some other woman scheduled. Her boss never got back to her about giving her the time off. But you know what? I always say everything happens for a reason. And we're going to have an awesome interview with her as well, as you know, in spite of the fact that the other person I had on is not going to be here, and maybe hopefully she'll come back another time. But of course, before we get to her, I got to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So we have Pals Driving School in Middleborough setting up classes for February, April, and June. Got to get on that. We have Carver Jewelers, Ronald Allen, Langley, Delano Goldsmiths, right here in the building. We have Genuine's Inspection in Middleborough. We have good old Dave's Automotive in Hanson, right up the road here on Route 58. We have New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We have the Cornerstone Barbershop in Pembroke. We have La Bamba Tacos and Tequila Mexican Restaurant, Family Mexican Restaurant in Plymouth. We have Fiesta Chara Family Mexican Restaurant in Carver, same family, great restaurants. We have Giorgio's House of Pizza right down the road here in Carver. We have Pembroke Radiator in Pembroke. We have Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We have Crazy Axe's Rec Center in Hanover. We have Bulldog Sports Cards in Middleborough. We have Eagle Gas, also here in Carver, right down the road. We have Tom Auto in Middleborough. We have the Gunrunner LLC, the Second Amendment Freedom Store in Middleborough. We have the Auto Shop, greatest mechanic on the South Shore, Ed Rooney, thank you. And we have DNS Auto Works and Collision Specialists in Abington, up the road on Route 58. I want to thank you guys very much. And now officially, Michelle Hurley, I'll get a little rhyme there going between the first and second name. That's pretty cool. And it's your birthday today, and you're all excited about going out to dinner and with your parents at the Texas Roadhouse, I guess.
Yes. Okay. I turned 39 years old today.
39 years old, yes. And when you were born, like I told you, it was a Thursday, and I was working at a sheet metal factory in the town of Easton, which is now one of the towns where I do my show, but that's not the one I'm in now. This is that's one of three, and this is one of the other ones of three. So I learned a little about you. You're a self-employed person. You have your own sales business out there in Springfield, right?
No, in Greenfield, Franklin County.
I'm thought Springfield, even though I haven't been out to Greenfield in a while.
I live in Springfield, but it's in Greenfield.
Okay.
Franklin County.
Yeah, right. Okay. It's not quite the Berkshires, but it's near there. But it borders Springfield, right? Doesn't Greenfield?
It's by Vermont. It's by Vermont in New Hampshire.
Right. I know that. Yeah, of course. I know it's right under Route 5. I know that area very well. Okay, but I haven't been up there in a while. All right, well, tell me a little about your business. We're going to break that down, and then I'm going to interview. We're going to find out about your childhood, because I always try to go with that as well. So go ahead.
I have a retail store. Well, I sell a little bit of everything, cosmetics to shoes to game systems to TVs. And I have it to help the less fortunate. So I buy it in bulk and I sell it for a cheaper price to help the people that can't afford it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's nice of you to do. How long have you been doing this for?
Since 2018.
Wow. Okay. So this is your 6th year.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, you have a good heart. That's wonderful. I mean, it's not. And is it just one store, or do you have more than one?
No. I'm trying to have one out down by where I live in Springfield.
Okay. Oh, but right. Okay. Well, you're working on that. And
yes.
How many? So you own the store? Do you have a lot of employees there?
No, just myself.
You just do it yourself. You do it all yourself. Cut out the middle people. That's great. Okay.
Yes.
Are you college educated?
Fortunately, no.
That's okay.
GED.
What's that?
A GED.
GED. Okay, that's fine. Well, tell me about your life growing up. Where did you grow up? Did you grow up in that area, Springfield?
I'm from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I was born on Pease Air Force Base.
Okay.
And then I went to I'm originally from Ludlow and then moved to Chicopee when I was 4 years old,
Okay.
Massachusetts.
Right. Yeah, I know that that's a great area. What did you aspire to as a child? Did you do anything in, acting, modeling, sports, athletics, and like that?
Soccer, art, and poetry.
Okay. Have you ever written, I wrote a book of poetry when I was 19, and that was 46 years ago. Have you ever done any like writing of poetry or anything like that?
Yes, I did writing the lost chapter of the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
What about you? You wrote that?
Yes.
Well, wait a second. The last chapter.
I just never got it published, but I wrote, it's called The Lost Chapter of the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay, so basically, I see what you did. You took a classic tale and you added your own twist.
Yes.
I got it. Okay. Well, why don't you try to see if you can get it published? Do you have any, you could do it, you could self-publish, and I bet you probably sell a lot of copies. I've done that before.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot. I've never really thought of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not, and it's not that expensive either. If it turns out I wrote a book of short stories in the 90s, and the guy that published it had his own printing press at Bridgewater State University. And I had taken this course 10 years before he published the book. I took it in the spring of 1989, and then in 1999 he published the book. After I had it rejected by a lot of people, but if you got the wherewithal and the stick to itiveness, you could have it done, and I think you could do very well with it. Have you ever thought about maybe turning it into a film? Yeah, have you ever done anything with doing film editing or acting at all?
Yeah, I actually was a killer clown in like a little it was like a little brief like introduction on a movie.
Okay, that's awesome. Who did you produce it yourself, or did someone else?
No, someone else did. This was when I was 17.
Okay, but in high school still, or what? You got a GED?
Yeah, so no, I was still in high school.
You were okay. Well, this is a while ago. Have you ever done anything since then?
No.
Okay.
No.
How about music? You do music at all? Play, sing, or any instruments?
No, I don't. I do more writing.
Okay. So you're writing. All right. So you wrote the extra chapter of Willy Wonka, and what else? Anything else? And poetry.
Just a lot of poetry.
Okay. I guess you've been doing this for a lot of years too, right? Writing the poetry
Since I was young.
since you were young. So you obviously
And still to this day, I do a lot of arts and craft stuff, and I go to vendors and sell it over there.
Okay. Any of those in Worcester by any chance?
No, like Bridgeport. I did the Taco Margarita Festival in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay.
Where I sold the stuff that I make. So I make lamps out of bottles and stuff, and a whole bunch of different arts and crafts stuff.
That's awesome. I mean, you're obviously very talented. Do you sell any of this stuff in your store too?
Yes.
Okay. Has anyone ever Has anyone now? Where do you order your merchandise from? You say it's pretty much you do it on a wholesale basis, right?
Wholesale, but I go here and there and pick up stuff on the clearance rack.
Okay. I don't
and
know much about that. So you sell everything basically from food items to technical stuff, right?
Not really food items. Yeah, I'm not. I can sell cold beverages. I cannot sell hot beverages. I'm not a restaurant.
Oh, okay. I understand. I see like sodas.
Yeah. So I can't sell like metal because you have to have a metal license.
Metals?
Yeah. So like metal, like real jewelry, I can't sell real jewelry.
Oh, really? Okay. That's interesting.
Or, like the antique forks and knives and stuff. I can't sell that either.
Huh. Well, I guess okay. Well, I never knew that you needed a license to sell metal. I know you need.
If it's real silver or real gold, I'm not allowed to sell it.
Wow. Oh, okay. Well, are you ever going to consider getting a license to sell that or not? Are you just going to continue doing what you do?
No, I'm just going to continue to do what I do. I'm too independent. I do a lot of things, by myself.
Okay. So you do a lot. So you don't live too far. You must live right near your store, right? You must live within driving distance.
No, my store is in Greenfield, and I live in Springfield, downtown by the casino.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm sort of trying to remember how the distance between Springfield and Greenfield is.
45 minutes,
45 minutes. That's pretty far for, for work, but you don't have,
5 days a week.
so you don't have a problem commuting your own from 45
No.
minutes a day. Okay.
No,
That's great.
but the goal is to have it down here. It's not going to always stay out there.
Okay. So you're going to but if you do that, you're probably going to need employees, right? Because you can't run two stores. Are you going to run two stores at once? Or
No, the Greenfield one will be shut down.
you're going to shut it down and move it up. You'll just make it
yes.
easier. That makes sense.
It'll be more successful in Springfield.
Have you ever done any TV advertising for your merchandise, for your store?
I did a lot of things on the, bulletin boards, passing out flyers, leaving them on people's cars, stuff like that.
Right, but if you know what I'm thinking, at some point, maybe there's a way you can make like a little infomercial about your store that you can possibly put up on YouTube.
Yes, that would be good.
If you ever, but that would be great. Maybe do something comical. Get some.
That's a good idea. I've never had someone tell me this until I met you.
I try to give advice to my guests that'll behoove them down the line. Now, that having been said, I know you said you did a witch thing when you were about 17. When you did that, were you by yourself or did you have other people with you?
Do the what?
You remember you said you were a witch? You said you did a witch film or something of some kind?
Oh, of the killer clown?
I'm sorry, killer clown.
I'm about to say a witch. I'm not no witch.
No, you're not a witch.
I can be a witch.
No, you're not a witch. Okay, killer clown. All right. Well, when you did that, did you have other actors in that project too?
Oh yeah, it was a school project.
It was a school project. Do you still keep in touch with those people?
Oh yeah, I have them on Facebook.
The reason I'm asking is because if you were ever to do like an infomercial about your store, you might want to use them. Ask them if they'll be in it, and then they could maybe do some funny ideas for a skit. You want to catch people where they live there. That's basically, you want to get people to laugh. You want to get their attention. You want to do something clever. And with all the writing you do, you probably could. You just have to get to it, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks for the advice.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm looking forward to seeing something like that. Do you still have that killer clown thing on YouTube, or was it on YouTube?
I don't know. I think she put it on her own site.
With a woman that
I have like a little clipping of it, like on one of those disc drives.
Okay. All right. How long was it?
Like 20 minutes.
Okay, that's pretty good.
It was called a short film.
Yeah. It sounds like it. Did you play it at Halloween? That sounds to me like that's the kind of time you play.
They put a wig on me. And did my face.
Wow.
Like that was the clip. Killer clown.
Okay. It sounds to me like you might have a whole new future in that if you wanted to. It sounds like you're pretty good at you're outgoing and you have a lot of great ideas. Have you ever like created poetry that you might sell in the store or just give people leaflets and see what they think? You run that stuff by friends and stuff and
well, family? Yeah, my friends, but not just passing it out. People I know, yeah. Okay,
but I'm thinking of maybe doing something with people you don't know, because you get more objective feedback from people you don't know.
Okay.
Just a thought, you can give me just an idea. So how many hours a day do you spend in your store usually? Like is it usually 9 to 5?
Sometimes I open at 10 to 6, so it varies. Remember, I'm the business owner, so I can close it and open it whenever I want.
That's true, and it's great how it worked out today. How you were able to not be open. I'm thinking ordinarily you'd be there now instead of talking to me.
Yes. Oh, right? Yes, but it's okay. Today's my birthday.
I'm delighted. It worked out great for both of us. That's awesome. Okay. What do you sell music? I know you don't play music. Do you sell records or anything, or CDs or things like that, or videos?
No, unfortunately, no.
Well, you're not. It's not like you don't need. It's not like you need a license to, right? Or you just don't do it.
No, I just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Okay. So now, speaking of like artwork and stuff, do you sell your own artwork? Do you have other artists that you like that are on contract that you buy from, that you sell, whose material?
No. My mom's an artist, but no, I don't sell my mom's stuff.
Okay. All right. You have a child, right?
I have 4 kids.
4 kids. Wow. Are they,
I have 19-year-old twins, boy and a
wow.
girl.
Okay.
And then I have a 18-year-old daughter, and then I have a 16-year-old son.
Are they, do they help at all at the store?
Oh yes, they do.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's awesome. They
And
must
then
be,
I have a granddaughter, and then I have another grandson on the way.
wow. Oh my goodness. That's quite a family. You got plenty of people to support you in your old age if you want, but I don't think that's going to be an issue for you, not for a long time.
I'm hoping I take care of my own self at my old age, you know?
Well, you look like you look healthy. Do you work out every day? Do you stay fit?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I mean, I remember you mentioned you going to the Texas Roadhouse tonight for dinner. Now I'm a vegan, and I've been a vegetarian for 42 years, so I don't eat meat. I know how good it
I don't
tastes.
eat a lot of meat, and I don't like meat really with a bone.
Okay, well, then you don't have to have it with a bone. You get a steak doesn't have a bone usually, I would think, if you want it that way.
Exactly.
But most of the meat, I mean, I eat plant-based meat every day. I love that. Most people couldn't eat I mean, they could, but it took a lot of like experimentation with other things before I figured out how to eat the way I like. So what do you like? Have you belong to a gym?
No, I walk a lot, you know, so
You
I
just
don't really
you just
need to
keep
do the
busy.
gym.
Yeah, I see. You just keep busy. How many square feet would you say your store is?
Oh gosh, it's 3 rooms.
3 rooms? Okay. I mean,
It's 3 rooms, and it's off of the Amtrak's. Like the Amtrak's is literally right up my window.
okay. So the train goes by. So plenty of people that are getting off. Does the train stop in front of your store?
No, it stops like 5 minutes from the store.
Well, that's pretty close. So people can get off the train and go shopping at your store. What
Yes.
about the idea of have you ever put like a billboard or a sign up near the train station saying with the directions that 5 minutes from here is my store? Come.
Yes, I've done that before.
You've done that
Yes.
before. Okay.
Yes.
That must go over
Because
pretty well.
promotion is the biggest thing, you know.
I
I did a
know.
lot of my advertisement on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'll have to check for more of it now.
They cut my they cut the ribbon on Facebook. Like all my stuff was done on Facebook.
Yeah, that's right. And this was like back in 2018 that you opened it on, and that's when it.
Yeah, I don't really do the Snapchat, Instagram. You know, it's
Right. Me either. I
mostly
just do Facebook too. I'm perfectly happy with Facebook. I wouldn't be able. Hey, that's how I found you. After
Listen,
all.
I wouldn't be able to do multitask with all of that and still be able to talk to you and do Instagram and all. I
Right.
know Facebook. That's it.
Facebook is it. I couldn't do what I do without it either. Think of all the people
And I usually don't accept messages from strangers, but you seem like a good stranger.
Oh, well, I'm as good as they get. Yeah, I know. I mean, I always try to.
I'm being honest. I wasn't going to accept it, but I was like, listen, this might be worth a while.
Yeah, it will definitely be worth the while. Do you happen to have any pictures of your store?
If you go on the Greenfield registry, you can see. I don't have it on me. To be
Okay, that's
honest with
fine.
you.
Well, that's all right because I was gonna. If you had it, you could show them, but that's no problem. You definitely can give.
I'm at the house where I grew up in as a child. At 4 years old, they still live in the same house.
Oh, okay. Is the store where the house was?
No. My parents live in Chicopee, and the store's in Greenfield.
Right. Okay. Well, what did you say about when you were 4 years old? What about?
I'm in the house where I lived at since I was 4
Okay.
years old.
House you're sitting in now is the house you grew up in.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. So
It just got, more bedrooms added to it, so on and so forth.
35 years in that house for 34 years. Wow.
Yes.
Of your 39. Wow, that's incredible. Okay. How many people do you think? I mean, do you have the people call ahead for stuff that you can get on?
Yeah, and a lot of people they like to give donations because I have
Okay.
part of my store. I can sell secondhand stuff, and my store is more into new stuff, and I try not to get too much because then it's too overwhelming.
Okay. Now you say you travel to like flea markets and things like that with your stuff to sell as
I go
well.
to flea markets, the clearance rack.
Okay.
If there's like 30 of it, I buy all 30.
Oh, okay. What exactly is a clearance rack? Is that something? Is that like an auction?
It's something that is at a store where it is marked down.
Okay.
from a price where usually it was like, for example, $20, you can get it for like $3.99, you know?
Okay, so there are stores that'll do that. I've never. My father worked in retail for years, and then he founded his wig business, his mail order, and did very well with that. Fortunately, so I remember. I used to work for him, but I don't remember how he got his merchandise. So obviously, if you have to know where to get it, if you're going to be running a store like that, and you have to know,
Yes.
you have to be shrewd about the prices and everything.
Exactly.
So how far and wide have you traveled to get your merchandise where you've gotten these bargains?
New York, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico,
Wow. Huh.
Miami, Florida.
Okay. Gee, that's incredible. Like, do you set aside times where you got to go, where you travel to all these places to get stuff?
Absolutely.
And when you set it up, do you call people ahead of time and say, I mean, is it like an online auction, something that you do, or an online?
No, it's people I know. I know a lot of people.
Okay, they just happen to be all over the place.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm trying to get some of my family from the United Kingdom, England,
no
to send stuff from where they are out here. Yeah, my family from England.
Oh, no kidding. You're okay. Yeah.
I'm Irish. I'm Irish and English.
Your last name is Hurley. Is that your?
Yes.
Because
my dad's Irish and my mom's English.
Well, because the guy that published my book, his last name was Hurley too, the one at the school. But but he was Hungarian. I don't think he had any Irish blood in him whatsoever. Okay. And by the way, on that note, Rochelle, we're down to 5 minutes to go. I hope you had fun talking to me.
No, I did.
All right. Well, so here's what I want you to do. In the remaining time, give a few shouts out to people that are going to see the show. And then we'll wrap the show up with my snapping. And if you know anyone that you think would be a good guest for me, you got my digits now. Have them text me. We'll get them on either in person or by Zoom, preferably in person, but Zoom will work. So go ahead, give some shouts out to people. Start with your parents if you're going to see them. You know, I'm sure they're going to be happy to see the show. I hope they are.
Yeah. No, I want to give a shout out to my mom and dad.
Your kids too.
And my kids and all my friends and family that supported me through my journey in life. And I want to give a shout out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you.
And anybody can, just hit me up on Facebook, Rachel Michelle Hurley. And I hope everybody has a great day.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Well, and that's wonderful. Now, is there anything coming up ahead, that you want to mention that you might have overlooked that might be worth mentioning before we wrap the show up officially?
No, not a lot of things happen like in the winter time.
Okay. All right. Well, then what I'm gonna ask you to do is one last thing. Once we're almost done, we're gonna be done in a minute. Will you stick around, and my tech guy will take a pic for Facebook, and I'll tag you in it, and then you can tag me if you wanna.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, great, Rochelle. You did a great job. Thank you for talking to me. Good luck with the store. If I ever get out that way, I'll definitely check it out. I'm sure it's awesome. Let me know when you move it to a more convenient location, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If I can ever get out there, I'll definitely stop in.
Thank you.
Annoy some of your customers. All right. So we're gonna wrap the show up now, folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. Another great guest next week. Take care. Signing out. Rolling off. Signing off. Rolling out. There you go. Step along if you want it.